Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to check out Project Nimbus. This is a mech fighting game. You know, it takes place in the air. You're controlling giant robots. There's missiles and guns and lasers and stuff just flying all about. I've played through a few of the levels of this game and I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and share with you some of the gameplay and everything so you guys can take a look at it. This came out earlier this past week. It seems pretty interesting. It is way difficult though. It takes some time to pick up the controls and really understand exactly how to control your mech and how to use your weapons and stuff, because there's just a lot. You know, almost to the point where I was like, wow, I don't know if I could even get much further in this game. And the challenge in the difficulty is also up there. You can do a casual mode, you can do a gamer's recommended mode, and then you can also do like an expert mode. And yeah, so there's a lot of different varieties of gameplay and stuff in here, and there's even like a survival mode and other types of modes of gameplay for this. But we're gonna check out some of the main campaign, you know, the story mode missions, just so you guys can get your teeth sunk just a little bit into this game. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I didn't know anything about this game until I was contacted and I was sent over a code. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check it out. And it came out earlier this week, and you know, I really haven't heard anybody talking about it, which is a darn shame. You know, nobody's really talked about this game, and that's what I do, you know, with 8-Bit Eric. You know, this channel, this YouTube channel, I talk about the games that not too many people talk about. So this is the mech that we are going to be piloting, I believe, and this is like the first mission after the prologue, you know, the tutorial and everything. But I'll go over some of the brief controls and stuff just to show you. It's real neat. So this is my mech. You can use the right stick to, oh shoot, I'm already in the action. Did you see that? No time. So X actually goes altitude, B lowers your latitude or whatever, your altitude. You can hold the joystick forward or back and push the ZL trigger and you'll do a boost. You can even do it sideways like that. You can rotate. It's full 360 degrees motion around the whole place. And then ZR does your gun. And you also have different weapons you could switch from using the D-pad up or down. So right now I have 20mm gun, and then I also have micro missiles. The trick is lock on using the R shoulder button, the right shoulder button. You can lock on to your opponents, you know, shoot some missiles out. Then you also are able to shoot flares out using, if you push the left joystick in, you can shoot flares, which actually diverts your enemies' attacks towards you. So I know it's kind of hard to see what exactly is going on screen, but you know, the green people flying around are my allies, and the red ones obviously are my enemies. So right now the premise is to eliminate these guys, and these red arrows, those are pointing the direction of where the enemies are. So I know it might look a little confusing and stuff, but it's honestly not too bad once you get past the learning curve or whatever. There is a little bit of difficulty with figuring out how to do certain stuff and things like that, but if you're a gamer who's been around the block a time or two, you're gonna know exactly how to play this game. Again, I didn't know much about it. Didn't hear many things about it, and you know, when I saw that I was contacted, I checked out the trailer and everything. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check it out. It's like a very futuristic looking mech game, and I like stuff like that. Sometimes you have to go like deep in the trenches and attack certain targets and stuff. Like now we're waiting for the next directive, which they're coming from this quadrant. So here we go. Sometimes the battles do take a little long, but this one's actually going faster. I'm actually performing a lot faster than when I first played this game. I was stuck on this level fumbling and bumbling like a blind man, because I was like, what do I do? And just trying to figure out the controls. And it does take some time getting used to the, you know, going up and down, because you got to use X and B. But honestly, it's not too bad. And you can zoom across, like I said. And once you're able to lock on, because you have to be within range, you can lock on to your enemy. See, like I'm locking on to all those guys. they're shooting at me. So it's still giving tutorial points because it's an early stage of the game. But yeah, I think it's kind of neat, you know. I know there's other games that are like this. You know, I know some people have been like big fans of like mech stuff and like Gundam and stuff. I've never really followed anything with mechs and things like that, so I can't tell you if Project Nimbus is like part of like any kind of thing like that, any kind of series. But anyways, now we're about to have a boss come in, and you're going to see some boss fight action, which is basically just what we're doing now. Some more fighters come in and attack us. So, as you can see, there we go. Got one of them. The purple fighters now that are coming in, those purple arrows, are the stronger opponents. Those are the ones that are our main targets. So, I'm going to switch to my gun, just because it seems like it might be a lot faster. Switch to my gun and let's zoom in. Oh, dang, he zoomed right by me. So let's zoom. There you go. So I'm locked on. See, my he shot some missiles at me, but I avoided them. My gun was doing a great job, so I got rid of him. Let's go to the next guy. Let's fly up. Oh, I think they got him. Got him. See, so if in some battles you have AI fighters with you that are actually really good about fighting the opponents and stuff, which I really appreciate that, because there's a lot of games that have artificial intelligence that's just completely whack. Like Fallout's AI, freaking horrible. You know, like a lot of times you'll see your AI, your companions and your buddies do stuff, and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, come on, help me in battle. So this game actually does a pretty good job at the at your AI for your partners and stuff. So there we go. See, they're taking care of business, or as Dusty Rhodes would say, business. So that's mission complete right there. That was the first mission after the tutorial. We'll browse around, probably one more mission just to give you guys a flavor, but yeah, you can see that was a good introduction to what the game is like. Again, it's a mech type of fighting game. You have certain power-ups and stuff, and depending on what level it is, you unlock certain stuff. Like eventually you get like a sword, you get like different like smart missiles and stuff, drones. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not bad at all, honestly. I didn't think this would be my cup of tea when I first started playing it, but once I started getting on the grind and playing a little bit more, being more thorough about it, taking on the challenge, I was like, man, I really gotta keep playing this. So it surprised me just a little bit. I'm still kind of curious as to why it's been so quiet on the eShop. Haven't really heard anybody talk about it. I think it came out as of this recording maybe like 2 days ago. 3 days ago. I'm not entirely sure, but here we go. We're going to check this stage out. So let's begin. Look at this. So we're going to engage in combat mode. So this is Act 1, Episode 2. Let's go. So we're in a building, actually. Isn't that kind of cool? So it's a little tight. But it'll do, right? There we go. Next area. I'm so glad you don't get any damage for making contact with like walls and stuff, because that would just be brutal if I'm going to be completely honest. Because it does control a little loose when you're moving your mech around. He does control a little loose. I'll be completely honest on that. Does control just a tiny tad bit loose. There we go. There we are. Let's blast these guys. These guys are toast. So let's switch between that to the railgun. See, we got a railgun for this mission. The railgun's just a tiny tad bit powerful. It does have a little bit of issues when it comes to its cooldown and stuff, but not to the point where it's not a recommended weapon. Do I go outside now? Is there a way to get out? I don't remember. Oh, no, here we go. They had to come in and get me. Got him. Got him. Smart missiles now, guys. Got some smart missiles. Here we go. So they're behind this door.
In an open area. Can you open the colony's gate?
Alright, here we go.
Let's open it and let's get right down to the nitty gritty, guys. Got him. That knocked that guy out. Now there is a little bit of a reloading period. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes a little too long for my liking. But I guess that's the challenge, right? I am going to use this weapon because I like it. I likes it, mama. And once you lock on, it's pretty much like an auto lock. But it does, again, like I said, take a little bit of getting used to. This weapon's really good. It basically, in 1 or 2 hits, you know, 1 or 2 hits, it eliminates all. Go. Where's this guy at? He's hiding? This guy's hiding. Where's he at? Where you at, buddy? I don't see this guy. That arrow's pointing me all sorts of weird directions. I guess he's up here. Where are you at? Oh, there he goes. I guess he glitched underneath. So now we have psycho drones.
The psycho drone will attack a rock target and distract enemies. If you're not locking on any target, the psycho drones will help intercept incoming missiles.
So these guys are coming in. And I just did the drone. The drones are cool. You just got to stay locked on once you shoot them. And they do all the work for you. And they work fast. Look at that. Oh man, so many bullets going around. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease, guys. Got him. I'm gonna use my smart missile. Oh man, I'm getting a little motion sick. That's the one thing about some games like this, is I'm like, oh man, where am I at? I get a little motion sick. Kind of lose my bearings just a little bit. Does this happen to you guys as well? Alright, I think this might be the final little boss right here of this stage. Like this little section.
You want the USS Takao to assist.
Mirai can handle this.
I think smart missiles actually do their own thing, but they kind of take a little bit. And these guys are way down here, almost off the edge of the map. Got them. Yeah, see, that's the boundary of the level. You don't want to go back there because it actually penalizes you if you leave the level. Here we go, we got an enemy over here. Got him. Come on, gun. You tell me my gun ain't working?
Funnels deployed.
I guess that weapon works a lot better. And then we got one more enemy over here. I don't know if there's any more rounds. There we go. So yeah, guys, you get the idea. This was Project Nimbus. It's not bad. I guess it's worth a little look-see, guys. Feel free to check it out in the eShop. I will see you on the next channel. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. The next channel, I mean the next video. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.